Rashi says, Ad makom Shem lehitpalel al bnei Yaakov, to pray for the sons of Jacob, kishiavo lehilachem b'Shem, who will come in the future to make war with the sons of Shem. So again, we're seeing that the Avot are dealing with the future in the past because they feel the resonance of it into the future. Here, however, we say that the writer of the book feels that this is not a good enough explanation. Some call Shem a dangerous place, mikom puranut, a place where something bad is going to happen. In my opinion, it may be feasible Yavor Avram ba'aretz ad makom Shem, after Avram traversed the land, seeing only brutality, he saw even increasing danger and was convinced to turn to God. Ad makom, so makom is one of God's names, like ad hamakom. So hamakom is one of God's names, which occurred at his arrival in Shem. Hence ad makom Shem instead of ad Shem. So the word mikom, the place of, is superfluous. And whenever we have a superfluous word in Torah, it cries out for us to say, why is it there? What is it meaning? What is it adding in terms of value? Because the Torah was very conservative in how many letters were in it and how many words were in it. And if we've got a word that is unnecessary, ad Shem means exactly the same to the place of, to Shem means exactly the same as to the place of Shem. So why do we have to say the place of? So we can certainly use the form of the word mikom to say that this is truly a divine name. And Avram is seeing that here is a place where he can bring forth his influence and make the place different. So rather than Rashi's explanation that mikom Shem means a place of danger or a place where something bad is going to happen in the future, Avram is seeing this being a potential place where he is freed from the daily worry of having to be attacked on the road, and now he's got at least a little bit of something to work with, a little bit of organization or civilization, and he can take that and use that as a wedge to bring godliness to this place, because it's got enough of a beginning that he can start from.
This alludes to also location. That's not wrong.
It was the real estate ad. I got it. How big are your ears? Ad, until, or till, number 7, with the tipcha, the backwards focusing note that's going to close the issue. So, continuing his journey to the south, Avram proceeded till another location for the next stopover, as referred backwards by the directional shape of the reading mark. So, the journey is going to continue, and it's going to close off the chapter of this concept of journeying just to find a place where you can have at least some influence, and we're going to be separated out by the munach, which is going to follow us, elon, oak. So this is going to have a sharp demarcation and move forward. Number 8, it was a terrace around an old oak, which had also served for festivities of local inhabitants, as expressed by the shape of the reading mark. So Avram is going to take this place that was dedicated to other things before and move it forward into having a different meaning. And we have a note again. On my visit there, I brought back some nuts from that tree, which was fenced off and looked very old. I even received a postcard with a picture of it. Do we have said postcard?
On my possession. Wow.
I didn't ask if you still had the nuts.
I ate them.
Biblical tree, crack the nut, toss the shell.
Customs Canada let it in.
We don't know.
That's
We don't know
America.
that.
The folks get wanted. I think it's free.
So now, if you happen to find an old box of stuff
I was just
and you
thinking
see
that.
a postcard with a tree on it, you're going to
And
say,
some nuts
"What the
beside
heck?
it."
What the heck is that?"
No, I was just thinking.
All of a sudden, it's going to have a lot of
Right.
significance.
Yeah.
And we find things in our life that if you take them out of context, seem to be what were you thinking? What's that?
Yeah.
And if you don't have a context, you won't know their significance.
Are you now going
So-
through your mind, oh crap, I threw that shoebox away ages ago. Out of context, didn't know.
That was not so free.
I thought those nuts were from the Makolet when he went to Israel.
We will continue on
Herb got
because
his shoe sold it to him.
because we're wandering a little far and we're getting our attitude is wandering a
Just
little.
like ever.
Mareh with the stabilizing at Nata. This tree was well known, and the whole area was known by the oak of Mareh, as specified by the stabilizing shape of the reading mark. So the tree itself and the plaza around it becomes a higher and a better place. The Haknaani and the Kanaani with the Tikha. This is going to focus us backwards and pause slightly afterwards, because a proper denomination of that country was deferred. It was only described as the place of occupancy occupancy by the Kanaani, who would eventually lose his title to the land, as illustrated by the reverse inclination of the directional reading mark. So here we say that this is sort of an important place, but it didn't actually have a name. It was just a place that the Kanaani would hang around. So Avram recognizes the importance of this place, where the local inhabitants hadn't. And their influence is going to end, just like because they had not given it significance, just like the Tipra has the pause afterwards. Az, then with the Mercha. This is going to likely connect to what's come from before, but mostly move forward. Only then Canaan had occupied this land which did not belong to him. As a son of Ham, his territory was expected to be much further to the south, as conveyed by the directional shape of the reading mark. Here again, we're using the note not in the sense of its connection to the other words, but rather as a directional marker. So we're saying the Canaani is hanging around there, but it really wasn't supposed to be his land in the first place. He was supposed to be to the south, forward from here, not in this place. Ba'aretz, in the land, with the stabilizing sof pasuk. Another nation will be established in the land, with legitimate title, after many difficulties and challenges, and the name will be properly adjusted. So we're saying that this is a place that really had no name. The Canaanim were hanging around there, even though they weren't supposed to be there, and it's right now it's just called the land, but it will get a proper name later on. And
You said they didn't recognize the significance, but Avram did. What was it that Avram was recognizing? What made it significant?
we're going to see that Avram is going to sort of plant his tent there, start his influence of the locals from that spot. So it's going to be one of his bases of influence, if you will. Even though he goes to multiple places in the land, this is going to be one of the places where he truly does start to influence the locals and grow in importance in their eyes and grow in stature in terms of the number of people who would follow him.
how did he recognize that as that's the, as opposed to everywhere else he's been, or maybe there's something else he should travel to? Intuition, or like what made him say, here's the
So,
X?
so we're seeing that from the notes, we're certainly seeing that